welcome to another exciting evening of the Superfan Addicts podcast. Why is my phone ringing? Hey, I'm on the phone. I'm on the podcast. Call me back. Tonight's a great show tonight. We did our first year last week. We're headed on to another faithful, successful year, and I'm gonna leave it at that. So let's get us started tonight. We got what dog in the house? Looks like he's driving again. And of course, we have the ever-present super extraordinaire, Cody, in the house. What's going on, fellas?
What's up, Ray? How was your week?
Oh man, it's been good. It's been good, man. Finally got my car out the shop, out the paint shop. Weather's nice, so car show season is about to be in full effect. What about you? What about you, Spot Dog? Where you coming from?
Greeting. I'm coming from a place called Bryan, Ohio. Anybody know Ohio? That's in Williams County. Maybe about 10 miles from the Michigan line. And hey, there's a lot of fans in that city that wears that maize and blue. I can't say it because I have to put $1 in the cuss bucket if I call that name.
We'll just say that team up north.
That team up north.
Yep, that team up north. What about you, Cody? How was your week, Cody?
It's been a little hectic, but I have no complaints overall. Just we've had bad weather. I don't know about y'all. It's rained pretty much since the last show. This is the first clear day that we've had a full day of sunshine. And there were a few days it did nothing but rain. I thought maybe the water was going to come back up. We was going to have another flood. Tony, I'm going to mute you when you're not talking. It's echoing really bad. It's like making sounds and stuff. I'll get you fixed. But it seems like it slowed down a little bit. So things are good. Ray, I just got an idea, and instead of sending it to you in a text message, I think we should discuss my idea that I just came up with right here on the show. What do you think?
Okay.
And when the nice people that watch the show get here, they can weigh in on the. I think we should do a fun little show and tell episode. Invite.
No, get out of my head. Wait a minute. Just let me stop you for a second. I was thinking. Now tell me if you were thinking the same thing. I was thinking we could do a show where everybody sends in picture of their most prized possession or whatever, and then we just do a show and tell kind of thing. Were you thinking of that? Were you thinking of something else?
No, see, I was thinking have obviously us three, but anybody else you want, maybe 6 different people, bring 1 or 2 items, show it on camera, and just tell us about it. Like, have it with you, tell the story behind it. Obviously, you could do this every week for the rest of time. But like for me, I would run out of cool shit to show after like 6 weeks. But I think it would be a lot of fun. Like if you have a lot of friends that are collectors and things like that, to have them on and show us 1 or 2, or maybe 3 if there's time.
And you know what? I think it'd be cooler too if we bring in non-Browns fans so we can see other collections.
Oh, well. I agree.
There's some really nice stuff out there. And wait a minute, that actually. Your idea is way better than mine.
But we can do. I like your idea too. Maybe we can alternate weeks even.
No. See what we'll do. What we can do is the first couple of weeks we'll have like you discussed. We'll have people on and discuss, and then as people get used to it, we'll tell people, hey, send us whatever, and then we'll put the picture up and we'll let them. Or wait a minute, this is even better. We could basically once we do it a couple of weeks and people know what we're doing. We could just basically say, would you like to come on the show and discuss, your most prized possession or whatever it is. We could. I mean, there's a lot of ways that we could do it, but let's do it. Let's start out doing it your way first.
Cool. Yeah, and I think I've shown you off the record and off the show before, but I would be, honored to show. Like I have some cool wrestling stuff. It's not traditional like Cleveland stuff and sports stuff. But I have a decent little wrestling collection. I collect some bobbleheads. I collect, and then I found something today that's like a local history thing that I think even you would find cool, and it's not sports related. So that's kind of what made me think of the idea. And I mean, like I said, you could come up with, you could do your own show and tell, 8 items per episode, and we could do 200 episodes, and you'd be good. You know what I mean? What do we have? What do you got?
So these right here, these were the first. They're actually the same game, but it was the first game that the Browns ever played. And it's a trick question because if you get closer, it was an inter squad game. So they basically played against themselves. But they set it up like it was a real game, and it was at the this high school stadium in Toledo, August 20th, 1946. And the crazy part is I had this program for about 20 years. I never even knew there was a second one. And then the second one, I got this probably in the last year or so. When I seen this one, I was like, oh, I don't have that. Then I'm looking at it and I was like, oh, that's the same game. It's just an alternate program. That's all.
That's it. Wonder why they did 2.
Hey, who knows? Who knows? But they did, and you know, I opened both of them up, and it has the same information and material on the inside. So yeah.
Well, let me ask you this: I've heard you say a few times that the first game was an inter squad scrimmage. Who was the first game against someone else?
So after the inter squad scrimmage, they only had one preseason game that year, and that was against the Brooklyn Dodgers, not the baseball, but the football Brooklyn Dodgers.
Nice.
And they only have, like I said, one preseason game, and then after their one preseason game, they had their inaugural regular season game against the Seattle Seahawks. I'm sorry, the Miami Seahawks. What's up, Dustin?
Hey, I didn't know this was the collector show and Ray was going to show.
No, he had an idea for a future show, and we were just kind of going over how it could be, kind of thing.
Tony always looking dapper and always on the road.
Always on the road.
Yeah, he's struggling a little bit with his reception, I think. But
Cody, where's the beautiful face of Cody? Are we going to see it tonight?
No, not tonight. I'm back in Kentucky, and it's harder to, like I've told you the dilemma with my setup in Kentucky before, but so yeah, when we get back to West Virginia, I'll flip the camera back on, because I was actually just saying that I have some stuff that I would even want to show that's a little different as far as my collection. I don't know. I would almost feel self-conscious showing my items when I'd be like, oh, here's this cool thing from a wrestling show that I have. And then Ray's like, oh, yeah, well, Jim Brown got a bloody nose against the Colts in 55.
Time out. It's not a competition.
Everything's a competition, right?
I was going to say, it's not a competition until it is a competition.
And it's definitely not a competition when you're the one that can easily win.
No. But here's the thing. The reason it's not a competition because you're showing off your prize piece. So it has nothing to do. My prize piece has nothing to do with your prize piece.
That's valid.
Yeah, that's true.
That's all I'm saying.
That's true. Let's talk about the Browns a little bit.
No, let's talk about Dustin. Dustin, where you been, buddy? Ain't nobody seen you. Ain't seen hide nor hair of you.
This guy. I call him, you know, I do welfare checks on him and then just radio silence. So, no, I'm good. Allie and I had our show last night. You know, it's kind of the off-season, silly season. So you have to get a little creative and do the would you rather kind of thing with the season. So we had some fun. And
give me one. Well, hold on. Give me a would you rather. I want to play one.
Oh, okay. Would you rather? This is a good one. Would you rather go 11-6 this season and not know who your starting quarterback is? Or would you rather go 5-12? And was that 5-12?
Yep.
And know who your franchise quarterback is of the future for the Cleveland Browns this year?
Holy crap, that's hard.
Well, here's the
Now
problem.
these
Here's
now
the
these
problem.
are
How do you go 9? How do you go? What was it? 11 and 6.
5 and 12. You go 5 and 12, and you know who your franchise quarterback is going forward. This is this year. So we're saying
Okay.
2026
What
season.
was
So
the
you
other
go
one,
5
though?
and
Was it
12,
11 and 6?
and you go 11 and 6 to make the playoffs, but you don't know who your starting quarterback is in the future.
Okay, the hole in that story is how do you go 11 and 6 and don't know who your quarterback is?
We did it like 2 years ago.
We did it. Well, we did it the Joe Flacco year. We had
Right.
5
Yeah, that
quarterbacks.
year.
Yeah.
Yeah, but do y'all actually see that happening again, though?
It happened last year with the there's teams like the Niners that
The
had
Colts?
a guy go, yeah, it happens.
So which would you pick, Ray? What would your pick?
Man, give me the wins. I'm tired of losing. The hell
Yeah,
with
I'm
that-
a,
hell with that- hell with
It's
that-
funny. So it's funny. David and Allie chose. I'd rather know who my franchise quarterback is going forward.
Nah,
take
man,
the-
ain't
and
nothing
take
like
the-
an 11 win season.
I know. Yeah.
well, that and if you 11 and 6, you presumably make the playoffs. And sometimes the Super Bowl is about getting in and just playing good ball, especially when you
Right.
have a great defense, which we should. So yeah, give me 11 and 6 on that. That one's
Yeah, and there was another one. So here's one that was interesting, and then I did some fact checking on this, so nobody look at the internet. Would you rather lead the league in the turnover battle? So like have the defense with the most turnovers, like giving your teams opportunities, or would you rather have the number 1 ranked defense?
ooh. I would say the turnover battle.
Right. That's a good answer because it's giving your offense opportunities that they wouldn't have had. Correct.
Yeah, because the thing is, you can win with a top 5. You can win with a top 5 defense and have the number 1 turnover. So yeah, I'm going with the turnovers too.
All right. So here's a fun fact. After doing some research on that, the team in the last 10 years that led the league in the turnover battle
Won the Super Bowl.
not only struggled to have a winning season, didn't make the playoffs the last 10 years.
Wow.
What?
Yep. So
I am genuinely like stunned by that. Like I am very surprised.
Think about it. Just because you get turnovers, it doesn't. And you can, Cody, look that up. I'm pretty sure though, it doesn't lead and guarantee wins, right? Which is interesting. Which back to Ray's point, number 1 defense, nobody's probably hardly scoring on you anyway. So you're already kind of an elite defense at number 1. So, but I thought that was really interesting. The teams that led the struggle to have a winning record or make the playoffs over the last 10 seasons.
I definitely just plugged that one into ChatGPT because and I'm not doubting you a bit.
No.
But that is like mind blowing because you would think not only if you win the turnover battle, you would think you're not turning the ball over on offense. And if you don't turn the ball over on offense, you can get a lot done offensively. You know what I mean? That's literally half the battle. Ray, I've got an interesting would you rather for you.
No, okay. So Cody, did you come up with the same answer I did, I'm assuming?
It says it's searching. It's
oh.
So Ray, here's mine for you.
Okay.
Would you rather take the chance, living out the rest of your life that you'll see a Brown Super Bowl, or if given the option, somebody says you win the Super Bowl this year, but I'm going to come take half of the things in your house. I'm not going to tell you what half. It's just going to be 50% of them. But you get to see the Browns win a Super Bowl in your life.
First of all, you already know the answer. You already know the answer to that.
No, I don't. You taking the Super Bowl?
Hell no! You coming to take my stuff?
What, Ray?
Man, the hell with the damn Super Bowl.
Ray, I am shocked by that answer. I would say a Browns Super Bowl win is almost priceless because they've never A, been to one, and B, played in one.
Bruh, a Super Bowl is nothing more than a championship. We have 8 of them.
Were you there for any of them?
Ray. It's not the same, Ray. Not the same.
What do you mean it's not the same? A championship and a Super Bowl aren't the same?
Ray, I love the old Browns. I love the old players.
No. I'm talking. No, we're talking NFL now. NFL.
Ray, I'm going to do a reality check for you.
Okay.
That was 60 years ago.
It doesn't,
How many?
okay,
Hang
it
on.
doesn't matter. Okay,
How
so
many-
basically somebody come along and say, hey, we're going to have the worldwide football bowl. So
No.
now we're going to discount the Super Bowls because they gave it a new name?
No, Ray, I'm saying that's 60 years ago.
Ray,
Most
what year were you born?
Most of the people on this planet, I'm just saying, Ray, most of the people on this planet that are Browns fans don't remember those. And the ones that do remember those.
I'm talking about the whole NFL now.
No, I'm talking about NFL championships because you said we have
so
those.
you're saying if you won a championship, it don't mean nothing.
No. I'm not saying. I'm just saying the pinnacle of winning a Super Bowl or even going to one, to a team that's never been to one, to a team that hasn't been there in 60 years. Now think about that. 60
you got some teams that's never won a championship or a Super Bowl.
Okay, but again, you got to think about, you got to look at it in the context of 2026. Only people that I know, and there's a guy that lives in my building, and I'm going to interview him, Ray. I think it's going to be a great interview for you and I. He went to the championship game. He was 10 years old. That man is now in his 70s. In 10 years, there'll be nobody alive that actually probably in 15, 20 years.
It's still part of history. It's history.
But my point is they don't remember that or even have a recollection of it.
Okay, so because people wasn't alive for World War. I mean, dude, there's so many historical things that people weren't alive for. So you're discounting them because
no,
people.
No, we're not discounting them.
No.
Dude, you can't.
I'm saying the significance of a Super Bowl today and the Browns winning that is worth 4 Browns NFL championships easily. 1 Super Bowl championship.
Hey, everyone's entitled to their opinion.
Well, am I not? I mean, you got to.
No.
Do you remember the '64 championship game, Ray?
Yeah, I was 9.
You were not.
Right. We had a house full of people.
So you're 71 now?
I'll be 71.
Yeah.
Okay. So in the time that the 4 of us, which we've lost Tony momentarily, but the time that we've been alive, if you add up all our ages, I'm guessing it's close to 200 years.
Yeah,
Two of you got, I'm assuming you and Tony are the same age, right?
Yeah, me and Tony are the same age.
Yep.
So you guys both saw a championship when you were 9 and haven't seen one since. For them, I mean, would it suck if they come and took 50% of your stuff? Yeah, it would. But it's just stuff.
Hey, and it's just a Super Bowl. Right?
Yeah.
I'm very surprised that that's your pick. No joke. I am thought you would say a Super Bowl without question.
Oh, no, I ain't giving up my. Wait a minute.
I would give up. I can tell you, and I don't. And I always look at this. I always look at this at the same value, right? So I have some cool Brown stuff that's not to Ray's level, right? But the value of my stuff, half of it I would not like to lose half of it, right? So it's all relative. I would give up 2/3 of my collection for a Brown Super Bowl. And I've got Jim Brown. I mean, I got some cool stuff. I mean, I got not to Ray's level, but I mean, I'd give up 2/3 of my collection to hoist the Lombardi Trophy.
But you're not hoisting a trophy. You're not hoisting it.
But I get to see it with my own eyes. My dad never did, man.
Okay, all I'm saying is, I guess because I know we got 8 championships. Hey, we'll get a Super Bowl when we get one, but I ain't giving up my shit. Hell no.
Tony, go ahead. Can't
hear you.
No, I unmuted you, but we can't hear you. Leave and come back to us and see. I bet it'll work.
Is he on his way home? Is he getting home soon?
I think so. So, I'll be honest, Dustin. You said 2/3, which I totally agree with. I would give up half for a Guardians World Series. Personally, but
here's the thing. Think about this, and Ray, let me explain this to you and put it to you in a magnitude type of sense. This city went and you were part of it, Ray. I mean, you remember this. The city that won, they were clamoring for a championship so bad when the Cavs won the championship here in Cleveland, and they had the parade, and this city just rejoiced and just went crazy. If the Browns won a Super Bowl, that crowd would be 4 times the size of the Cavaliers parade.
I don't doubt that.
So that what I'm trying to tell you is that just goes to show you the magnitude of what that Super Bowl would mean. And here's the truth. The city of Cleveland, Ray, in the 60s had way more people in it, lived here, way more people. And less people showed up for those championship parades than would show up for a Super Bowl parade in Cleveland, Ohio.
Tony, talk.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, before I get lost, I'm in Lima, Ohio right now. And I think this were our age growing up with that Brown era where players stayed on teams for years. Now, with the free agency, people moving around, it just was really so real. Now, the first game I seen, I didn't see the championship game. I saw parts of the 65 championship game when I found out about pro football. But you know what? I think right now, this thing I am 71 years old. Man, if we went to the Super Bowl, man, I don't even think I want to pay $8,000 for a ticket just to go to the Super Bowl. It'd be nice to see him in the Super Bowl. But those possessions I have, each one of them got so much memory of being a Browns fan. And I'm kind of the vote of Gray. I'm not giving it up. Now, it ain't gonna happen, but if Beyonce came and got me a ticket and gonna buy me a gold Cadillac, she can have all the Cleveland Browns stuff.
Now, Tony,
I know that's a fantasy. That ain't gonna happen.
Now, Tony, you don't have to give up. You don't have to go to the game. The argument was the question really was you just would have to give up half of your Browns collection or possessions for the Browns to win a Super Bowl.
I'm not gonna give it up. I'm not gonna give it up.
Man, my dad, all he wanted was to see one Super Bowl before he died. He never got to.
Yep.
Now, I'm only 33, but I know that time is precious. I could go at any minute. So if I'm guaranteed
we're not promised tomorrow, as I like to say.
Amen. We talked about Kyle Busch last week. So if I'm guaranteed to see one before I go, and all I got to do is give up some stuff that, hell, when I go, I can't take it with me.
Well, I was just going to say it's all material shit at the end of the day. You can't take it with you when you die, right? Like that was the other thing. You can't take it with you when you die,
Yeah, I mean, I am genuinely shocked that was Ray's answer, though. I thought that it was a pretty easy, yeah, come take it.
Plus, Ray, you could pick what half to keep. Right, you have so much crap. You can make the stuff that you're like, man, that can go on the other half of stuff.
I like how it's easy for y'all to give my stuff away.
No,
I just love that. Man, it's only happy you're talking about. You know what it would mean to the city if you're being selfish.
Ray, I said I'd give up 2/3 of my collection of which.
Bro, you got like 10 pieces. Come on, man.
Hey, Cody.
Yeah.
Cody. When you get the opportunity to go to the Prisby Palace and see his collection, you know what? You're going to say, I don't blame you, Ray. I wouldn't give up nothing. You know what, Cody? I hate to say this. You're going to feel like you at the Super Bowl when you go to the Prisby Palace.
Is that the official name, Ray? The Prisby Palace?
That's the name he gave me.
The Prisby Palace.
I like it.
Hey, check this out. Check this out, Cody. You make it to Columbus, Ohio, I'm going to take you up there. And I ain't going to charge you. You're going to ride free with me.
Just 2 more hours up the road.
I had thought about if my fiance.
Did you roll down the window, Tom? Okay, thank you.
I muted it. I don't know what he's got going on there, but it all of a sudden sounded like there was something going on. But if my fiance didn't have school in like 2 weeks, AEW Wrestling is doing a show in Youngstown, and I was going to consider coming just to go to the Prisby Palace.
Well, Cody, I know you're a big WWE fan. I believe Friday Night Raw or something's coming to Cleveland.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting. I didn't know that. That's awesome. Yeah, and I mean, not to mention, it's going to Columbus is high on my list right now because I want to watch the Columbus Clippers play, and then I need to get up to a Guards game this year too.
Well,
So
Cody, I'm serious. If you want to take me up on it, I have what they call them standing room only tickets. I have a pair for every month, and I can go to any game I want. So if you want to take me up anytime, you can go to any Guardians game because I always have passes.
sweet. I might take you up on that for sure.
Yeah.
I haven't made it to as many games the last few years as I would like, but they're my favorite to go to. They don't break the bank.
And they're exciting to watch right now with Bazana and the Lauder and those guys. They've got their offense is starting to figure it out.
Dude, I'm all the way in on Bazana. Like that is, I love him. He's a professional hitter at the plate. Like I've never been, and I think me and Ray have talked about this before. I've never been too much of like a favorite player guy. Like,
right.
I like players, and then when they're not wearing my colors anymore, I'm cool, whatever. Like I really liked Baker Mayfield, but by the end I was like, yeah, this is cooked. Get him out of here. And like I like guys, but
damn, Cody.
Damn. Yeah, but I really, really enjoy the way Travis Bazana plays baseball. Like that dude plays hard.
Let's hope Baker Mayfield doesn't see this podcast before the Tampa Bay Browns game this year. Damn.
I'm sure he doesn't need any motivation.
And Baker don't want your smoke.
Yeah, no, it was a great time to be alive there the first 2 years where we really thought we had the guy, and then it just became fairly evident. Really, in the playoff season, as I thought
we could have still had him and surrounded him with great talent. I think we'd be a playoff team every year, but I digress.
Yeah, that's very possible. But
he's in the playoffs every year now.
Well, that's my point is we wouldn't have had to pay him $250 million. Exactly.
Yeah, we certainly couldn't have been in any worse of a situation. But I don't know. It felt like even during the playoff year in 20, it was like, man, I just don't know if this guy's the answer. It was just, he was so inconsistent. But I was at the game where he came in, against the Jets. So I'm a huge fan of the guy, was a huge fan of the guy. But once they're gone, they're gone. And really, Tampa is kind of my second favorite team. What's up, Tony?
Baker created a problem in the locker room. He had to go.
Yeah.
So he had to go. Hey, bad enough they let him play being injured. So that's all I gotta say about shake and bake.
I gotta be honest. I've never bought into the injured bullshit. Like, if a guy's playing, then he's playing. If he's good enough to play, he's good enough to play. If he says he's good enough to play, his performance on the field he needs to be judged by it. It's up to you. If you can't play, then say you can't play. But I'm not going to put training wheels on you just because you say you're hurt. I've never bought into that crap. So, yeah, do I think that we'd be better off, with Baker now? Yeah, maybe. But it was clearly, taking the swing on Watson was, I thought, a decent move based on the performance of Baker. So,
but here's the thing: like Baker had a chip on his shoulder. I was a Josh Allen fan. That's who I was all in on. I mean, you go look at anything I put on. I was all in on him. But I will put it on the whole stupid Odell Beckham tape and all that. That really was the beginning of the downfall with his dad putting all the plays all over. I mean, he didn't even talk to Odell for 2 years, right? So, yeah, I don't put that. I don't put it on Baker in the locker room. Now, was he kind of a little brash and cocky? Yeah, but I think this is what the team needed at that point because the culture in that locker room was lose, 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 lose.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
I mean, you can go back, and I'll never forget the interview that he did after the game, and he had beat the Denver Broncos on the road in Denver, and a reporter just brought it up to him. He's like, oh, I had no idea. But they're like, you just beat the Denver Broncos for the first time in Denver in almost 30 years. What do you think? He's like, oh, Really? He didn't let all that. I think that previous quarterbacks and stuff let stuff get in their head.
Right.
He didn't allow that, and the fact that he was like, "Wow, it's been that long since we won in Denver," and they're like, "Yeah," and so it was just interesting. It's kind of the barriers he brought down without even realizing he was doing it, because he didn't let the past dictate, and get in his head like, oh, we've never been to the playoffs. Oh, we've never won a championship. That's a lot for these players to – here's the truth. To Ray's point, I will say this. Ray, I'll give you this. It's got to be heavy on any player that comes to the Cleveland Browns and walks through those halls and sees a cutout of Jim Brown, the greatest running back of all time. Say if you're Quinshon Judkins or the Ozzie Newsomes of the world. That has to weigh on a player like, man, I'm coming to an organization that has royalty that's played in this building, right? So to your point, I think players can get caught up in that, and Baker wasn't one of those that did get caught up in that, but I think that is something, to your point, because of those championships, Ray, and it's been so long, there's a lot of pressure to win, right? And sometimes I feel like they're desperate to win, but go ahead. Go ahead, Tony.
Go ahead, Tony.
The new Browns we have, the new attitude we have. We got some young dogs. And, they hungry, running the right coach. And once we get out of those shorts and pads, you're going to see your franchise quarterback. All this writing going to stop, and then you're going to be on the path. You're going to be on the path to get to that Super Bowl. You know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to say his name.
Well, Tony, I don't know if you heard what Coach Monken said, our guy. He said by June 14th, he wants a quarterback established to go into training camp. So basically the quarterback battle will be over by June 14th, according to Coach Monken. Did you see that, Coach?
Well,
No, I didn't.
Well, with the media going, yeah, we'll see what happens June 14th. Okay.
No, but that's what he's saying. He's like, I want a quarterback established so that I can go into camp with. That's to your point that we all saw last year with the stupid reps and the way they were split up, and it really never gave anybody really a shot. But he basically is saying, no, I want my starter figured out by week.
Oh, they got the reps. They got the rep chart again. Matter of fact, I just read it like 10 minutes before we came on. I was like, oh my God, they started this again. So yeah.
Yeah, why are we keeping stats on people and not in pads? It's the dumbest thing in the world. Only in Cleveland, by the way. And the national media makes fun of us.
Because this is the silly season. That's why.
Well, no, the national media says I've never seen anything like this where people keep reps and tallies on OTA reps for quarterbacks when it doesn't matter.
Because most of your team has an established starting quarterback.
Yeah, sometimes.
I'm sure once we establish a quarterback, those will be out the window. But because we didn't have one last year and we don't have one this year, we're stuck with those stupid OTA stats.
Yeah,
I think it's 50-50 right now. I think it's in the air. Who's going to be the starting quarterback?
Man, I've been a truther for quite some time, but I'm starting to kind of believe that it's going to be Deshaun. Much as I don't like it, I'm not happy about it. Based on everything, all the available information, it seems like it may be going that way. Tony, what's up?
Well, they even said, I don't know if it's the same thing you guys talking about. I guess they wearing they got some type of visor or something on their helmet that they can monitor to see way the quarterbacks is throwing the passes.
It's a camera. It's a GoPro.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Hey, well, outside of Deshaun Watson and Shador, man, we got a group of good young players in there, man. And hey, man, that youth, man, you can't beat youth. We want to strive, whoever's at the helm.
No, I agree. I think this last two drafts, we've got some playmakers in there now. Yeah, we haven't even got into this, but we should probably address the elephant in the room with the Myles Garrett talk the last 3 days.
Oh my gosh, really? You're buying into that too?
I'm not buying into it, but
silly season.
Okay.
We know Myles ain't coming to no OTAs. You knew that. You knew that before everybody knew it. So
Okay,
why is it new?
but let me ask you this, Ray. I would understand that when your coach Stefanski and your defensive coordinator have been Schwartz for multiple years, right? He's been in town. He's been to Cavs games. You can't stop by the facility and have a one-on-one with your coach?
Then make a mandatory.
New coach.
Make a mandatory then.
No, new coach. Your new coach, not your old coach. Your new coach.
I mean, as long as he get 30 sacks a year.
Well, no, Ray, answer the question. Don't you think that's a little odd? Like you don't just go.
I've heard that they've been texting. So yeah. I probably would have went by and seen the coach, but as long as he's in contact. I mean, dude, he's a Hall of Famer already. I mean, he's acting like a Hall of Famer. I don't understand why y'all want him to fall in line or whatever.
No, I'm not saying, but I'm just saying it is a little peculiar that he just doesn't even make an introduction and meet his new defensive coordinator, right? New defensive coordinator. Now they've talked on the phone, but I don't know. It's
odd. It's all odd. I'm with Dustin here. And it's not that I want him to fall in line.
Yeah, and Cody, just to add to that, the way the coaches are answering the questions is very weird when they go to the podium too.
Right. It's not that I want him to fall in line or I have a problem with him acting like a Hall of Famer. I don't give a shit if he makes the Hall of Fame. I hope he has a great career, but I want us to win football games. And if that means he gets to go to the facility and meet his teammates and his damn new coach and learn how he wants things done and discuss this shit with them so they can build something together, that's what I care about. Because I like Myles Garrett. I think he seems like a great guy. But Myles Garrett's value to me in my life is what he does for the Cleveland Browns. So if Myles Garrett goes to the Carolina Panthers and wins the Super Bowl, that doesn't do shit for me unless we get 4 first-round picks back and use them to draft the guys that help us win a Super Bowl.
Well, and here's the truth, Cody. And then we'll let Tony hop in here. But here's the truth. He has a no trade clause. So if he's going to go to a team, he's going to go to a contender.
Right.
So whatever those first-round picks that we're going to get, 2 or 3 of them,
yep,
they're going to be between number 24 and 32.
Yep. Yeah, I'm with you completely.
Go for it, Tony.
You know what? Ray said this a couple months ago. Myles Garrett is at the peak for a good trade value. I don't want to lose him, but I agree with you that it is real peculiar the way things are going with him. But a Browns fan, I think Chaz, if he's online, he told me him and Denzel missed OTA last year. I think we should get real concerned when we get to mandatory practice and he don't show up. But it's early in the season and the writers, they gotta have something to write about.
Well, my thing is, it's not the OTAs that have me concerned. I don't care that he's not.
I agree. I don't care that he shows up because he hasn't showed up every year anywhere.
Right? Yeah. I don't think he needs. But if he's not talking to the new coaching staff, that's a little ridiculous. And when the move was made, the thing where they extended the window that he could be traded up until I think it's September. When the move was made, I said at the time, this is weird. There's something weird going on here. And now when you look at that combined with the fact that he's like ghosting the coaching staff, apparently, like he's not going in and making an effort at, you know what I mean? Like if he's in the city, he could stop by and meet with Monken. But again, I do think some of it is worrying because people just need to plant stories because it's May and we don't have anything substantial to talk about for 2 more months. But I'm not going to sit and say like that I think it's completely overblown, because I think there may be some merit to it if he's not talking to the coaching staff and he's not, and that window was moved back for whatever reason. I mean, I think the truth is somewhere in the middle. I'll just say that.
Well, truth is usually somewhere in the middle. That's a good point.
Yeah. Tony, what's up?
Well, it was reported today that the defensive coordinator is texting them. I heard that. He is in communication through text with the defensive coordinator.
We're talking about him like he's a fucking missing person. Like the D coordinator has established contact via text. They're looking to see, like, you know what I mean? Like, this dude gets paid to play this damn game. Like, I don't think we're asking too much for him to swing by the facility and say what's up, shake somebody's hand. I mean, I get it, man. The season's long, and probably from the end of June till the start of January, he ain't gonna do shit but work. And I get it. I do. I mean, if I had a job that I was lucky enough to get 5 or 6 months off, maybe but he lives here. Like, I know he travels and stuff, and he does, because I'm a photographer, so I follow his photography page. And I know he travels to do stuff like that, but like, all we're asking is him to swing by and say hi and quiet the narratives. Like, come on, man.
He's here. I mean, he drives around enough to get speeding tickets every year. So yeah, he's here.
Right. What's up, Tony?
They say he's in Japan right now.
Yeah, he has spent some time in Japan in the offseason. I know that he's done that. Like I said, he's posted photos and stuff. But again, it don't take a whole lot of time to swing to Berea, say what's up. You know, I don't. I've been to both where he lives. I think it's Wadsworth is how it's pronounced. I've been to Berea, and I'm not sure the driving distance between the two, but it's not from, you know, New York to LA. Like, he can make the trip just to say hi and meet the coach. And, you know, I understand you like your off-season time, but, like, we got to be professional here. Let's move on to my favorite part of the show that we haven't got to yet because we've been having good conversations. This is the 53rd episode of the Superfan Addicts podcast. I'm going to let Dustin go first.
Oh, jeez.
Put him on the
which number is this?
53. We are on
Okay.
53. Dustin, you got a 53 for us?
You know, it's funny. Hang on. I don't have a 53, but I have some irony. Hang on. I have some irony here
You
because
don't want no irony. Do you got a 53 or not?
no, but hang on. I'm going to go look for. Keep going. Hang on to your 53.
Ray, give me a number 53.
The dude from Ohio State, what is his? I'm looking right at him. He's an older guy. He's an alumni guy. He always, what's his name, Dustin? The guy from Ohio State that always hangs around Marcus. He played for the Browns. He went to Ohio. Linebacker. The linebacker guy.
The new guy?
No. Okay, you know Marcus from Marcus Donald.
Right.
Okay, the linebacker that played for the Browns, alumni guy, they're always together. His number's 53.
Oh, you're not talking about Anthony Griggs, are you?
Anthony Griggs. That's what I'm thinking of.
So here, you ready for this, guys? This is hilarious. This is a game-worn helmet. How's the green dot? Do you see what that number is?
53.
There it is.
But whose is it though?
Well,
If you think about it, you'll know it, because I know it.
he played in August of 2011.
Ooh, that's not who I thought. Never mind.
Hey, was Mark was the one that I said right?
Yes, Anthony Griggs. Yes,
Okay.
86 to 88. Tony, who you got?
Mel Long from Bowling Green.
You're correct. 72 and 73.
Man, I remember he went to Toledo, right?
Yep. And
Yep.
he was this is a little he's from Bowling Green.
Oh, okay, Bowling Green.
And I think he was a Big Mac wrestling champion.
Interesting. No, Ray, you were right. He went to Toledo, and he's from Toledo.
Who?
Mel Long.
Oh, okay. I thought he did. I thought he. Yeah,
Well, didn't he
okay.
play for Bowling Green?
No, Toledo.
It just has Toledo listed.
All right, so this is
Okay,
wild.
maybe he did. I thought he played for Bowling Green.
So this is
maybe not.
So this is wild. This has the green dot on it. Okay. Linebacker Brian Smith wore number 53 for the Cleveland Browns in 2011, an undrafted free agent out of Notre Dame. He spent the season primarily on the practice squad, but was active for 2 games. So that means this helmet more than likely was for those 2 games that he played in the National Football League because it has the green dot on it.
I have an alternate theory here.
Okay.
Is it possible that the helmet wasn't used enough and so they ran it back in 2012?
No, the reason I say that because I think the players get all new helmets every year, new helmets.
See, I would have thought so too, but the very next year after 2011, the linebacker that wore the number was pretty good and probably would have been the green dot, and that would make more sense.
Oh, so maybe the helmet was made in August of 2011. I see what you're saying.
Right.
Now that makes sense. Who wore it in 2012?
Craig Robertson.
Okay.
Craig Robertson was very good for a few years.
And he probably more than likely would have wore the green dot being the linebacker.
Yes.
Okay. So more than likely I have a Craig Robertson helmet. There it is.
Yep. That is what makes – now, granted, 2012 would have been his rookie year, but I feel more like he would be more likely than a practice squad guy. Like, anybody else got a 53 besides – y'all have done pretty good. I'll give you one, too, to throw in. Pepper Johnson, who we mentioned last week, is 52.
Oh, Pepper Johnson.
Oh, Pepper
He wore 52 and 53.
Oh, okay. I didn't.
He wore 52 in 94 and 95, but in 93 he wore 53.
I wonder why he changed numbers.
I'll give you a hint on one of them, Ray, and you may come up with this. Hold on, Tony. Hang on, I'm unmuting you. Hold on, I'm trying. Who you got?
I know, because he wore 53 when he played for the Giants, and he couldn't get that jersey when he came to the Browns.
You're talking about Pepper Johnson?
Yeah, that makes sense. I was going to either guess that or that was his number at Ohio State. It was one of the two.
So I'm gonna give you a hint. Hang on, Tony. Let me unmute you. What'd you say?
No, go ahead.
Okay. I'm gonna give you a hint on one, Ray, and I think you may guess it if I give you 2 hints. 2 hints. The first one is this dude is not thought of as a Cleveland Brown. Wore number 53 from 80 to 82. Do you have a clue? I'll give you a second hint, and that'll give it away.
No. Hold on. Wait, you say he's not considered a Cleveland Brown?
He's not thought of as a Cleveland Brown. If I say his name,
he must have started, but then went somewhere else and blew up. So 53. And you say what was the years again?
80 to 82. He was a linebacker.
80.
Tony, do you know this one?
Oh. Did he play for Ohio State?
Let me look, because I don't know offhand. No, he did not.
Okay, then that's not who I'm thinking of. All right, give me the second. Give me the second.
The second hint is he's not known as a Cleveland Brown, but he is known as a head coach.
And he played for the Browns?
No.
Oh, I know. I think I know who it is.
Who you got?
Is it Bill Cowher?
It is Bill Cowher.
Oh, that was my second guess.
It is. It is Bill Cowher. From 80 to 82, he wore 53 for the Browns. He moved on to the New York Jets, I think. Yep. Moved on to the New York Jets. Did not have much of an NFL career, but of course he's very famous and in the Hall of Fame as a Pittsburgh Steeler.
Cody, our friend Anthony Sanchez here brings up a good point. I do remember this player very well. Joe
Me
Shorter.
too.
Joe Shorter wore number 53 for 3 years.
He was undisputedly my pick for this one. I didn't say it, but I'm a big Joe Schobert fan. Like he ended up not being as good as maybe we originally thought, but I really liked Joe Schobert in his first couple of years before he moved on to other places. I think he went to Jacksonville and Jacksonville, Pittsburgh.
How about this, Anthony? Here's a little fun fact for you. In 2017, he led the league in tackles and made the Pro Bowl for the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, 100%. It got to the point that he led the team in tackles because he was tackling people way down the field, though. I was just getting ready to say that.
How many yards downfield was he making them tackles? Because
Yeah.
man, him and DeQuell, them two cats, man, it seemed like they was always 10, 15 yards downfield making tackles. Maybe they just had good range.
I'll give you all a couple more that you may have heard of. Because I certainly haven't heard of them. Well, Nick Harris I've heard of. Mason Unk, never heard of it. Bob Whitlow, that's from back in your guys' era a little more. Frank Moores, Cedric Figaro, Chris Griffin. Yeah, we're getting into the nitty gritty there. But last season it was worn by Julian Okwara. I think he was a D lineman, right?
That sounds about right.
So I think we did pretty good though. I nailed Mel Long.
Ray, can you believe, Ray? I mean, I know we celebrated this a week ago, but Ray, you've been doing this a year. It's crazy.
What happened?
You've been doing this a year. It's crazy.
Yeah,
I think we talked about it for 6 months before the year started. But
Yeah, no, it was. We had a really fun show last week, just kind of talking about the best of. You know what I mean? The best of.
We love Dog Pound Tony, by the way. Love Dog Pound Tony.
Sweet.
So if you don't look up Dog Pound Tony on Instagram, you guys all immediately know who he is. He's a good dude.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Yes.
Is that Anthony from Youngstown?
Yes.
The deputy sheriff?
Yes.
What's up, Tony? No, wait. The crazy part is I'm looking at the name. I'm like, man, I know this name, but where do I know it from?
Yeah.
Well, see, I can see the back of his head. I can see the back of his head in the picture.
Yeah.
Who's signing in the picture? Does anybody know? If he's still listening, can you tell us?
Tony, who's signing in the picture?
Is somebody he caught coming off the bus. I know that moment because I saw it on Instagram.
Well, while we wait, Ray, quit clicking shit at the same time as me, Ray. While we wait on that response, let's talk about the. Hang on.
Ray's gotten into the gummies.
Tony, what do you got to say?
Would you guys? I kind of couldn't hear the background. Would you guys ask me a question or no?
No, there was a Tony in the chat.
It's another Tony.
Did you say he's from Youngstown?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's from Youngstown.
Hey,
what's his name?
His real name is Anthony Sanchez.
But he goes by Dog Pound Tony.
Dog Pound Tony.
Hey, Anthony, what the question was asked? Who is in the picture that you're getting the signature from?
Yeah.
Kozar.
Cool.
That was Kozar?
So we got a few more minutes. I wanted to ask a couple things. Not going to do a long drawn out thing. Anything to be worried about with the drop passes in the OTAs? Ray, what do you think? Should we be worried about the drops in OTAs so far?
No, because they're still there. Here's the thing: if this was a 5-year offense that everybody had been in, yeah, I'd worry. But when you're learning and you're doing something physical, it's the game is a little probably too fast. So you're trying to concentrate and you're trying to yes or no. It doesn't because they're installing a new system. So no, it doesn't bother me.
For me, I'm not so concerned about the drops. I'm more concerned about the picks. And that could be a telltale sign that our defense is ahead of schedule and they're going to be a badass mofo group this year. Or
always ahead.
Well, but I'm saying to get that many interceptions, shout out to Zion Washington, Boise State. He intercepted.
Oh my God! I should have known there was a Boise State reference in there somewhere.
Hey, he intercepted Deshaun Watson the other day. It was a great interception. So you know what? That goes to show you the defense is going to be pretty good.
What was the name? What was the name, Dustin?
It's Zion Washington. He was the undrafted free agent that was signed by the Browns.
Let me be the first to congratulate Zion Washington on joining the other 30% of people who have played in the NFL in the last 10 years to intercept Deshaun Watson. Tony, what do you got?
Well, the report I hear, a lot of those interceptions was from ricocheting off the hands.
Yes, that is true.
This is
Yeah.
I have a little concern because you ain't got half the starters on defense playing. You got second team playing, and this practice, hey, the receivers get paid to catch the ball, man. No excuses. You ain't got no pass on. Nobody is putting pressure on you. The ball hitting you in your hand. You shouldn't be dropping the passes. Although they brag about Deshaun Watson today because he threw 6 touchdown passes. What you think about that?
I don't.
He had a pretty ball to Isaiah. Was it Isaiah Bond or Boston? He had a great throw a couple days ago. It was like on the money, double coverage. So, but again, like I said, if I got any version of the 2020 Deshaun Watson this year, I would feel like the Browns got some of their money cooped in return because, I mean, I don't know if he's going to be that, but I mean, if there's even a glimmer of that, I mean.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I have seen a lot of reports that Isaiah Bond has looked like the best receiver in camp. So, interesting.
But that's the thing. Remember, he was the one that had all the trouble, and like he had blazing speed, and they said he would have been a first-round draft pick as a wide receiver. Now think about that. You have Bond, Judy, Boston, Concepcion. I mean, we went from having a barren cupboard of wide receivers to now we might scare the hell out of people with our wide receiving core this year.
Well, and they all have their own roles too. So, for example, Concepcion can work the middle to the short game. Isaiah Bond can go deep. Denzel Boston's the size guy, and then Jerry Jeudy can carry their water for him.
Yeah, and then think about this. Then you have Harold Fannin to put into that mix.
Yeah, 100%. I did want.
I'm saying it here. Don't sleep on the tight end that we drafted out of Cincinnati. Do not sleep on him.
So, Ray, you sent this to me. Talk to us a little bit about this thing you sent to me here.
Oh, that was some Mary Kay nonsense. 1 minute she's praising, next minute she's ripping it apart.
Well, I think it's funny that she put the report out almost 2 years ago, and it's kind of the same thing. It's like it's almost like paid propaganda. You know what I mean?
Hang on. Let me. I'm going to pump the brakes on this. So, 2 things. Mary Kay gets a lot of crap for her stuff, and people were ready to torch her when she said a few years ago, and Tony will remember this, that she said, "Hey, I'm hearing inklings that they are not interested in bringing Baker Mayfield back," and people said she was crazy. Like crazy. Got to remember a few weeks ago, J.W. Johnson for the Browns went on Radio Row and started talking about how Deshaun Watson looked better and things and all that. You don't do those things as an organization unless you're feeling the fan base out and feeling if this guy is better and they feel like he is better than Shador, how is the fan base going to react to that? Because he is the best guy in the room. They're not doing that by accident, guys. I'm just saying.
No, of course not. But here's another spin. They could be doing it to make him look good for a quarterback-starved team that might want to take a chance.
But they don't have to go on Radio Row to do that. They can just get that from how he looks in practice and how the coaches praise him. They don't have to go out and do a whole media thing. I mean, that's not even necessary if that was the case.
Why? Why not?
Well, because it does you no good. Because if you go do that and then he looks terrible, you're gonna be like, well, clearly that was a flash. I think they know more behind the scenes because remember, the media only gets to see only so many practices.
Right.
I mean, you can think about that. They don't get to see all the other practices and what they're doing.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fluid situation. I'll just say that it's a fluid situation. That it's a crappy situation too in a way, but we'll see. We'll see. Real quick before we jump out of here, 2 Cavs things. One, does anybody have a thought on them bringing Atkinson back, which I think is a joke? And LeBron watch. And by the way, LeBron was posting Cavs highlights on his Instagram story today, Ray, do you have any thoughts on any of that?
Oh, LeBron is a shoe-in. Championship, baby. He's coming back.
Okay, Ray has really gotten into the gummies. I do think the Browns are going to, I think the Cavs are going to bring back, they're going to bring back LeBron. That's coming. Get ready for it. Yeah. And I think they're also going to trade a player and go get Giannis. And they're going to be all in next year because the New York Knicks got a lot of crap for saying, they didn't win it the year before and just got to the Eastern Conference Finals and got smoked. Well, they ran it back, changed it up, and they're in the finals now. So I think you're going to see a retool, and I think the Cavaliers are going to be all in for a championship next year.
So wait a minute. So you're agreeing with me that LeBron is coming back?
Yeah.
So what are you talking about? What's gummies? What are you talking about? I'm getting into gummies, and you literally
you were right. No, you anointed them already with a championship. I'm not going to anoint them with a championship. That was the smoky stuff I was saying.
Tony, what you got?
Just listening to a report. They can't pay LeBron the full salary, and they don't think he'll come back with this plan for $1 million.
Right.
And yeah, so and they gotta keep and they keeping they said they keeping the bearded guard. I can't call his name right now.
Harden, yeah.
It's a financial thing.
Yeah, so what they're doing is they're going to restructure allegedly Harden's contract for 2 years. It gets him under the second apron, which then gets them to be able to maneuver, manipulate, and be able to bring in someone like LeBron and then go make a trade. Yeah. They got to get under the second apron.
Yeah, that needed to probably have been done last year, but it's it's definitely time to break up what they're doing. I'll say that. I personally think Atkinson should have gone. The game one was a disaster, an unmitigated disaster in every sense of the word. So
well, they won the series analytically. They won.
Yeah, all right. Ray, get us out of here, man.
As always, great show, guys. But in closing, go Bros!
Go Bros!